Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to US Hollywood Update. Today's video isn't about a movie. It's about a man who was larger than life, a titan in the wrestling ring, a pop culture icon, and a name etched in the hearts of millions across America and beyond. We're talking about the one and only Hulk Hogan, who sadly passed away at the age of 71. Known for his unmistakable blonde mustache, bulging muscles, electric charisma, and that unforgettable theme song, Real American, Hulk Hogan wasn't just a wrestler. He was a cultural force, a hero, a symbol of an era when professional wrestling exploded into the mainstream.
Born Terry Bollea in Augusta, Georgia on August 11, 1953, Hogan's journey to stardom began not in the ring, but with music. Before the tights and body slams, he was a Little League pitcher and a guitarist for Florida rock bands. But fate had other plans. It was at Hector's gym in Tampa where wrestling scouts spotted something special. Soon he was training under Japanese wrestling legend Hiro Matsuda. He wasn't always the Hulkster. Before adopting that iconic name, he was known as the Super Destroyer, Sterling Golden, and Terry the Hulk Boulder. But it was a morning talk show appearance in Mobile, Alabama that sealed the deal. Standing next to Lou Ferrigno, the host exclaimed, "You're bigger than the Hulk." And with a grin he said, "That's because I'm the real Hulk." That moment gave birth to Hulk Hogan, and eventually to Hulkamania. He debuted in the WWE in 1979, locking horns with legends like Ted DiBiase and Andre the Giant. But it was Jan 23, 1984 in Madison Square Garden that Hulkamania truly exploded. Hogan dropped the Iron Sheik and captured the heavyweight crown, becoming the face of a new era of sports entertainment. From there, it was a whirlwind. Hogan co-hosted Saturday Night Live with Mr. T in 1985, launched a CBS cartoon, Hulk Hogan's Rock and Wrestling, and even faced off against Jay Leno in a pay-per-view match. He was everywhere, from the wrestling ring to TV to the silver screen. His film career included roles like Thunder Lips in Rocky III, Suburban Commando, Mr. Nanny, and Santa with Muscles. He also popped up in shows like The A-Team, Baywatch, and even voiced characters on Robot Chicken and American Dad. Hulk Hogan was entertainment. And when he wasn't entertaining, he was granting the most Make-A-Wish Foundation requests of any celebrity in his time. Of course, Hulk's story wasn't without controversy. In 1994, he admitted to using steroids for over a decade. In 2015, he was caught making racially insensitive remarks, resulting in his temporary removal from the WWE Hall of Fame. But redemption would come. In 2018, Hogan was reinstated into the Hall and welcomed back into the WWE Universe. Perhaps one of the most shocking turns in his career came in 1996, when Hogan turned heel, joining forces with Scott Hall and Kevin Nash to form the New World Order, the infamous NWO. Gone were the yellow tights, in came black and white gear, dark shades, and a villainous swagger. Hollywood Hulk Hogan had arrived. But Hulk was more than just a wrestler. He was a storyteller, a symbol, a dream maker. He was part of unforgettable rivalries with the likes of Macho Man Randy Savage, The Ultimate Warrior, Ric Flair, and The Rock. That match against The Rock in 2002 at WrestleMania? Iconic. A clash of generations. Hulk's final WWE match came in 2006 against Randy Orton. He would later join TNA, continuing to leave his mark in the wrestling world until 2013. Even at 71, Hogan wasn't slowing down. Just this April, he launched the Real America Freestyle Wrestling League with longtime friend and promoter Eric Bischoff. A TV deal with Fox Nation was already in place. The Hulkster still had dreams, still had plans. But on a tragic Thursday, emergency personnel were dispatched to his home in Clearwater, Florida, reportedly for cardiac arrest. And just like that, the world lost a legend. The man who told us to eat our vitamins, say our prayers, and believe in ourselves. was gone. Hulk Hogan leaves behind his wife, Sky, whom he married in 2023, and his children, Nick and Brooke, from his first marriage to Linda Claridge. His journey, from guitar-playing kid in Florida to global icon, was the stuff of dreams. But Hogan would have been the first to say, "Dreams only work if you do, brother." He once said, "When we say Hulkamania will live forever, it's immortal." And maybe, just maybe, he was right. Because while the man is gone, the legacy, the energy, the mania, it will live on in every wrestling fan's heart. If you grew up watching Hulk Hogan, if you remember the thrill of hearing his theme song hit, if you ever tore your t-shirt off in front of the mirror and yelled, "What you gonna do when Hulkamania runs wild on you?" then you know what he meant to us all. Thank you, Hulk, for the memories, the moments, and the magic. Until next time, hit that like button, subscribe for more tributes and reviews, and share your favorite Hulk Hogan moment in the comments below. This one's for the legend.